what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Fast 10, or you can call it Fast X or Fast and Furious 10. Now this is like the 10th main installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, and it's directed by Louis, I think Leterrier, I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, this film is going to be split into like two films too, because I admit too as well, this is like a spoiler alert, it does end like on a cliffhanger, so you definitely we're going to be getting like another film, you know, because they supposed to actually do another. And now recently Vin Diesel has even confirmed that I think depending on how the films do or something like that, they might go into like a third one, like which would make these like a trilogy, and that would be really the end of it. So it might be one more after the next one supposedly. Now the film does star Vin Diesel as Dominic Toretto. And of course, you know, you have like other actors and actresses returning to it as well, like Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, like Ludacris, John Cena, you know, Jordana Brewster, all those like various actors too, Jason Statham, and then Charlize Theron too as well. Now the villain of the film is played by Jason Momoa, and he's actually like very like he really does kind of steal the film, I must admit, because in the film itself he's dealing with he's trying to seek revenge against Dominic and like his team and whatever, because Dominic caused like the death of his father, and plus also like the loss of like his family's like fortune, because his character is known as Dante, if I'm not mistaken. So that's basically what the film is about, like Dante Reese, that's who Jason Momoa plays. He's the villain of the film. He's seeking revenge against Dominic for like the loss of his father and like the loss of like his fortune too as well. Now I thought the film it was pretty entertaining and awesome. It has like a lot of like awesome like action scenes, and as usual they're like very like over the top too as well. But it does like the film itself really is like Dante's film, like Jason's like Momoa's like character. It really does seem like he really steals like the show, because when he's not really on the screen, you know, you really want to see him like continue to be like this like flamboyant type villain. Cause that's what they're saying about him. He's like very like flamboyant and so on. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I like how you get the chemistry between like Dominic and like his son too as well. And he has like a big kind of part in the film too as well, Dominic's son. So I think that's pretty cool. Then also like Letty, who's played by Michelle Rodriguez, you get to see like their relationship, how close they are, and how they're dealing with like protecting and taking care of their kid. Their son is called Little B, that's what they call him, and he's played by Leo, I think Abla Perry. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now other like characters, like there's like tons of characters who all make a return appearances. Like Tyrese returns as Roman, Ludacris returns as like Parker. Then you also have John Cena as Jacob. And like I said, I want to touch on all of them because, you know, it kind of spoiled the film about which character was which character and all that, because, you know, it kind of revealed like certain things about the plot. Jordana Brewster returns as Maya. Then Song Kang returns as Han as well. Scott Eastwood as Little Nobody. I don't want to touch on everybody, you know. And then you also have Brie Larson in the film as Tess too as well. And then Charlize Theron returns as Cypher. And there's like tons of like actors and actresses and so on. There's also like some hidden ones. We was already kind of expecting that certain like characters will make return appearances. You know, you thought they were dead, but they suddenly return and so on. So I leave it at that for like the big fans of the series. 'Cause I'm not really like a huge fan of it, but I do admit that I do enjoy like the Fast and Furious films. There's also a character in the film known as Ames, and he's played by Alan Richardson, and he has become like the new leader of the Nobody's Agency as well. So he has like a big part in the film too as well, because he's trying to like seek out Dominic and so on and his team members and all that kind of stuff like that. But I don't want to get into it too much, because he does have kind of like a plot twist in the film that's kind of spoiler territory. All it was a pretty entertaining film. Like I say, and it's like Jason Momoa's like character really like steals like the film a lot. His character as Dante, he's like very ruthless and evil. He like kills and so on. Because like a lot of the various villains like in the Fast and Furious franchise, a lot of them kind of turned good. They went to the good side. They ended up joining Dominic's like team, you know. But like Jason Momoa's character, he's like Dante. He's like very far gone. He's like very like evil and mean and like deadly and so on. Like his character is very like sinister. So I don't think it's like no turning back for his particular character. But like again, like I was mentioning before, it does end like on a cliffhanger. You know, they just like end it. Like if something happens, you know, I don't want to get into it too much, and just stops right there. You know, you could tell there's going to definitely be like another one. But I think most people already knew about that he's going to be split into 2 films. But anyway, it was a pretty solid film. Like I said, I thought the action scenes were awesome and cool. Like, of course, they're like very over the top. I mean, it was like some action scenes in the film that just like were like really ridiculous. But I must admit, I kind of prefer that kind of stuff, you know, because the film does take itself very seriously. You know, you would think that it would be like more like just like serious like the earlier films, but then like eventually it does get like over the top, and that's how the series got, you know, it eventually got like over the top, like a lot of the action sequences. So there's a lot of like globe trotting in the film too as well. They travel into like various different like countries and so on. I'm not gonna get into all that, but overall I thought it was a pretty entertaining film. So Fast 10 or Fast X, I'm gonna give this a B-, and I would definitely recommend it for fans of the Fast and Furious films, or you can say the Fast saga. So yeah, I would recommend. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Like I say, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.